Hello guys again. I'm making this video actually just as a response for somebody in YouTube. This is him. He said to me in YouTube, "Dude, you are twisting the verse for your own interpretation and explanation in your own words. The verse states that mountains perform the function of preventing shocks on earth. This fact was not known by anyone at that time. Quran was revealed long time ago. It was in fact brought to light only recently as result of finding of this modern geology search. Quran verse 21, Surah 21, chapter 21, verse number 31. Guys, I show when I read what I am reading from their Islamic website in front of their eyes, and they say to me, "Dude, you are twisting the verse in your own I don't have an interpretation even. I'm reading from Al-Qurtubi, Ibn Kathir, my own interpretation." You know what? I will make this guy happy. I will go to the verse he told me to go to. I made a video before about it, but you know what? Just to make him happy, I will go there and I will make him cry for asking me to go there. Here we go. This is the verse he mentioned, Surah 21, verse number 31. "And we have set on earth mountains standing firm." Guys, English is my second language, but people who speak good English, please correct me if I'm wrong. When we say we have set on, what on mean? It's mean in the top of something, right? Is that correct? Which mean that thing is not part of the thing in the bottom of it. Which mean if I say I put my coffee, I cannot say I put my coffee in the table. I will say I put my coffee on the table. Is that correct? If I say I put my cell phone on the desk, if I say in the desk, it's mean in the drawer. In the drawer. As long it is in the top, I will say on. Is that correct? So if I put a nail in the table, what I will say, in or on? I will say in, right? I will say in, not on, because on, it's mean I did not nail it yet. But if I did nail it, it's mean it is in the table, not on the table anymore. It is part of the table. On, it's mean it's not part of the table. It's something you put on the top of something else. Now, this is what the Quran is saying. We have set on the earth. You see it? This is not my translation again, Mr. Big Mouth. Don't go and say this is your own translation. This is your official government website of Saudi Arabia. I don't approve any Islamic translation, as I said, because all of them, they are liars, including you. So, we have set on the earth mountains, which means mountains is not part of the earth. It is set in the top of the earth, which a big fat lie. Why? Let me tell you why. As you see, mountains is coming from inside the earth, like a volcano. It is not coming from the top to the bottom. It's coming from the bottom to the top. Mr. Smart Allah. And the other case, this is one way to create mountains. Let us see the other one. This is the other one. Do you see it? And both of them, it's coming from inside the earth. The earth is lifting up. It's not from the top. It's not a rain. Nobody did put it in here. You see the mountain, how it's happened? You see it? Or the drawing is not enough for you. You need a drawing made by Allah maybe. So it is from in the earth, not from outside of the earth, as the Quran says, set on. This is number one. Now number two, the verse in here saying, standing firm, lest it should shake with them. What is should not shake with them anymore? It is the earth. So the mountains will stop the earth from shaking, not shocking, shaking. Do you see it? This is your translation. I'm sure you will go to YouTube now and you will say, this is your own translation. Shaking is shaking. It's very well known what it's mean, right? This is your translation. Now, you know what? I will go to your own explanation. And I'm sure even after I show you from your own explanation, you will say to me, this is your own interpretation. This is Ibn Kathir. Here we go. He is saying, Ibn Kathir, read with me please. وَقَوْلَهُ وَجَعَلْنَا فِي الْأَرْضِ رَوَاسِي. And when we said we made in the on the ground mountains, which mean the God Allah, He put on it, on the top of it, very heavy mountains to stop earth from moving on the people or by the people, so will not be shaken, تضطرب, or moving, تتحرك. So Allah is saying simply, I did put those mountains in that ground to stop the earth from moving. This is who is saying that? It is your Imam Ibn Kathir. Again, he will go to YouTube and he will say this is your own interpretation. I know it. And he's saying, and وَثَقَّلَهَا, which means the weight of this will make it heavy. You can copy the text and you can go to Google Translation and you can get the translation. Everybody, this is, you can go to this website, QuranIslam.com. Okay, you open the verse, Surah 21 verse 31. You go to Ibn Kathir. Ibn Kathir is the first one. Al-Qurtubi is the last one. By the way, Al-Qurtubi is #1 Imam in Islam. If it's the last one, doesn't mean he is the last Imam. Be careful, okay? So, you can go to, I'm reading Ibn Kathir now. You can click at Ibn Kathir and you will see the text in Arabic. I know you don't understand Arabic. Very easy, no problem. You can copy. It's just the few lines, you know? Or you can copy a few lines at a time, because Google don't translate all the page right away, you know, sometime. So, you can copy the text and post it in Google and you will see the translation. So he put those mountains on the earth. They are not part of the earth. They are set up in the top of the earth to stop earth from what? From moving. And he made those mountains the heavy weight in the top of the earth. So they are like weight to stop earth from moving, as if you are putting a rock in the top of a paper to stop the paper from flying with the wind. Again, this is Ibn Kathir. I will go to Al-Qurtubi, #1 Imam in the Islamic world, and I will see what Al-Qurtubi is saying. Listen carefully, Mr. Big Mouth. Don't say to me, this is your own interpretation. I'm reading your Imam's interpretation according to your Prophet. This is Al-Qurtubi, he's saying, أي جبالا ثوابت, which means those mountains are fixed, and تميد بهم. So, he's saying, so ألا تميد بهم, so it's not going to move, ولا تتحرك, ليتم القرار عليها. He said, so it's not going to move and to be stable. So the mountain is stable in the earth. This is your explanation, this is your interpretation, not mine. Don't come again to me and say this is my own. And as we said, you know, this is very stupid thing to say, because mountains do not stabilize the earth, because earth is not stabilized anyway and will never be stabilized. Earth is moving 24 hours, 7 days a week. Earthquake is happening every second. So when the Quran say, and we set on the earth, #1 mistake, because mountains are not set on the earth, because this is mean they are falling down from the sky, because they are not part of the earth. Because if they are part of the earth, they will say we made mountains from the earth. He did not say that. He said we set on. And again he will say this is your own interpretation, this is your own translation, when it is his own website, his Islamic official website. So on is very huge mistake, #1. #2, standing firms. This is another mistake. By the way, mountains are not standing firms. Mountains are moving, and some of them even sometimes disappear. Because anytime the earth can make a movement, a mountain will disappear. We hear always about islands disappear. Islands who have mountains at the top of them. They disappear totally. Why? Because the earth will take them down. It's up to the movement of the earth, which means when the God of Allah, the Islam, is saying standing firm, this is a big fat lie. Mountains are not standing firms. Either they grow or they shrink. It's happening all the time, everywhere. You can go and study more. And before we finish, we need to remember that even sometimes mountains itself cause earth to shake. Why? We know that when we have a volcano And the volcano is just a mountain of magma who will get cold and will freeze and will be solid after it's get cold. So we know always that around the volcanoes we have earthquake. So because of this volcano, which is a mountain, earthquake will happen. So mountains is not causing, in this case, earth to be stopping shaking. No, it's totally the opposite. It's making the earth shaking. Thank you very much. Islam is false. Ameen. And Muslims, stop cry. Your religion is very, very stupid. Good for you. Stupid nation, stupid belief, stupid book. Your God is Allah. No wonder.